And fall in, my fellow scouts, at ease. It's time for another 5v3 third age Reforged battle replay today at Bhur Sagarth. Today's replay comes from Mac in the wild, so thank you, Mac. We'll start with his team, of course. And he's got the commander of Rhudaur first. We've got some Dumb and Spearmen here. We have some Rhudaur swordsmen, Trolls or axe throwers, Etymors troll hunters, more Trolls or axe throwers, and Blackwolds. Further in the city, we find ourselves looking at some Witcherman slavers over here. General is not in this unit. We have a catapult here belonging to Mac. We've also got some Thorodom javelins here, along with some... Who's moving that? Some black... Is it Blackwolds? Yes, it is Blackwolds. We have some Artherdain berserkers there, some Rhudaur swordsmen. We've got some more Trolls axe throwers and Dumb pikemen. We've also got some more Etymors troll hunters down here. That's his ally coming into the city, which is Clem, commanding Isengard. We've got some Uruk-hai pikes here. We've got some Trolls of the White Hand as well. We've got about a couple units of pikemen, probably 3 units if I'm going to guess that. Some Rhudaur marksmen. Got some half-orc vanguard here, some Uruk-hai infantry for sure. 4 or 5 units of them, I reckon. I've got some more half-orc vanguard, some Uruk-hai crossbows, a couple units of them there. I'm trying to see whether or not we can spot any Lurt's hunting pack. I'd be surprised if he didn't bring them. I expect him to bring them. Got some slugger skirmishers here. Now, you think it'd be easier to spot Lurt's hunting pack because they have a distinct black armor that makes them stand out pretty much from all the other Uruk-hai. We've got some Uruk-hai berserkers there as well. Nazgûl High for sure. But Lurt's hunting pack I'm a bit iffy on. He mightn't have bought them. In any case, let's head up here, which is in the Citadel area. I don't know, we have some Artherdain nobles here outside the city. This is the weirdest deployment for a general I've ever seen, actually. And they're not even hidden, so Mac better get a move on and move that unit because his enemy knows they're there. We have some Artherdain Rangers over here. He's scattered his army all throughout Bhur Sagarth. Rhudaur swordsmen, I think I commented on them before. Okay, up here we have some more Blackwolds there. And that's all I can really spot there, to be honest. So, moving over here, we find ourselves looking at who? Umbar, came by this guy, Fukz. Okay. Asshole, making me say that. We have some narrow old guard here, some Corsair crossbows. We got some Corsair blackguards, 2 units there. Some Artherdain Legion. We got some Belaga pikemen there. Artherdain Legion again. And another unit of Artherdain Legion, maybe 2 units of them here, in fact. And some Belaga pikemen as well mixed in there. We'll keep our eye out, of course, for more Corsair crossbows. I saw Corsair blackguards here. Over here we have some narrow sentinels, some Harbingers of Casimir, more narrow sentinels, 2 units of Belaga axe guard here, some Artherdain shield guard there, 2 units. I didn't see any Casimir's Rangers yet. I didn't see any... Did I see any Corsair crossbows before? I didn't think I did. Anyway, I'll keep an eye out for them later. And that brings us to the first of 5 attacking armies today, which is Gondor, commanded by Rekt Phoenix. I don't think I've seen before, so new Phoenix, welcome to Reforged. We got some Gondor infantry here, 2 units not armoured up at all. We got some Ravenhelms of Caer Andros. We got more Ravenhelms of Caer Andros, sorry. 3 units of Ravenhelms. Gondor infantry again. We got 2 units of Fountain Guard, 2 units of Gondor militia archers. Okay. Some civilians here belonging to Amroth, which is commanded by Yosef Bain 55. G'day Yosef. We got some Edhel men at arms here, some Peritel riders, missile cav, and of course those civilians I mentioned before. We have some Pinnithgallan cavalry, not armoured up. Some Mithrandir's Retinue there, armoured up. Gondor militia again, Gondor archers, 2 units of Gondor archers, and a catapult here as well. Gondor militia archers there, that one. Yes, so 2 units of them there. Alright, up here some more Edhel men at arms, a couple of units there. We got more civilians, more men at arms, 2 units there, and more civilians. Back here, we have some more Peritel champions, not more, we've got some Peritel champions here. Some Haven Guard as well. Knights of the Silver Swan, couple of units of them. Peritel champions, Peritel riders, 2 units back some renegades. I don't know where he's going, but hopefully he turns those forces around because that's going to be a complete waste of time. We've got some Dumb and Outrunners back here. Over here we have some civilians belonging to Artherdain, which is commanded by Robingoemiinne. Okay, Robingoemiinne. Or Rob. Rob's got some civilians here. He's got some evidence spearmen armoured up over here. We've got some more 2 units there, evidence spearmen there. We have some 3 units now, evidence spearmen armoured up. Some Dunman peacekeepers. 2 units there. Artherdain men at arms as well. Artherdain marksmen, sorry. Not armoured up. We've got some Dunedain troll slayers, couple units there. Artherdain men at arms armoured up all the way. Got some wardens to the north. Just around the Florence Aaron Knights. Artherdain marksmen. Already commented on those units there. Yeah, over here with some Numenor, commanded by Morris, who's got some seafarers and Nindamos here. Artherdain pikes here armoured, and Numenor gate guards there. It's funny that they deployed this pike wall after the attackers got their cav through. We've got some seafarers of Nindamos here, Pinnacle and Cavalry, maybe the same unit as before actually. Some Numenor shield guarders here. There's some Numenor steel bows there. Seafarers of Nindamos, couple units there. Numenor cohort, we have some Dorwinion, commanded by Nabest. G'day Nabest. There's some Seldon River Patrol there. Numenor cohort, 3 more units there I believe. More shield guard, 2 units there. Evelyn Vinegard. Looks to be 1 unit that I could see there. I expected to see more actually. 2 units of Evelyn infantry here, make that a 3rd one there. Got some Quindy bows as well, I saw somewhere. Belaga footmen, Seldon River Patrol, Pharaohs and Swordmasters, Royal Legion of Armanelos, Nandor Glade Guard, a couple units there. Quindy bows, Evelyn infantry, and Evelyn Vinegard there, and 2 units of Quindy pikes. And is that it there? I believe so. I'm surprised I don't see the geez, I can't remember the name of it. That's a bit sad. We've got some Evelyn Hammerguard here. That's good to see. Hopefully I'll think of the name soon. It'll come back to me. Right now I'll just be spitballing into the wind. Hang on, let's go over here. We got the Dunman Outrunners chasing Amroth. Great charge by Dunman Outrunners. I don't give these guys any credit because they're a light Lancer cav unit, but clearly if they get the right charge, they're devastating. That took out at least 30 Pirate Hill champions. Alright, someone's got to call Amroth back. Yosef is going somewhere. You just can't get into Bhur Sagarth this way. Yes, you can go this way to a degree, but you can't go into the city. You can get your archers up here, but you can't get your infantry here. Hopefully he turns those forces around soon, and there are some veterans here of Reforged in this game, so I'm surprised they're not calling him back and just letting him march off like that. Morris and Nabest should be on that. Telling Yosef to get his ass into gear and get his army into the fight. It'll take him a long time to march those forces back. It's good they turned Imperial champions around. But right now we got all that army there heading that way. Mac's obviously got to be careful. This unit's so far away from the rest of the army and the general that is causing the morale to be really shaky. Potentially they could break. See, I think that rock really blunted that charge there. He might lose them. Now, if I get my honest opinion, I think that this map, this little gully here, or canyon, whatever you want to call it, needs to be widened a bit, or maybe just, if they can carve another path in the mountain over here, have 2 paths coming in this way. I always feel like the attackers are at a disadvantage when they come through here. A few good hits here can devastate an attacking army. Especially if the attackers make the mistake of packing the canyon to get their forces through to here. Commonly, if a defender sees that, he's going to place his artillery right where Mac has. And Trebuchet would be a bigger threat, I think, there, instead of a catapult, but yeah, I don't know if the attackers are going to come through in bulk. Hopefully they don't. The way they're doing this though is a little bit weird. We don't have forces moving in one at a time, or we've just got 2 forces moving up on their own. I'm wondering what the purpose of that is, actually. Anyway, it looks like we've got some Numenor cohort moving up, so Morris is going to lead the charge inside the city, which is good to see. What surprises does Mac have waiting for him? Just some Rhudaur marksmen, okay. Nothing dangerous. We've got some Dunman pikemen here, some half-orc spear guard. It'll take a little while to get through this, especially the Dumb and Pikeman makes things a bit more difficult. The Half-Orc Spear Guard is meant to provide some armour to that Pikeman rank, or Pikeman unit. But the attackers want to get through this quickly, this first wave or this first line of defence. I think the easiest way is either crossbows or javelins. Fire a few volleys into them, weaken them, send the army through, break through, be done with it. We've got some Trollshire Axos here. I don't know if they can bring up on the unit there that negates these guys. They could kill these guys quickly. Defenders have the ground here. They have the high ground. Easiest way to avoid the Trollshire Axos is probably for the attackers to send up some strong units, like get a mid-tier unit and a strong unit to go in, attack the front lines. That allows them to get into the enemy ranks. Probably makes it harder for the Trollshire Axos to get a shot on them. Over here we have Mac committing his general. It is curious that he put his general in the Artherdain Noble unit. The Artherdain Noble unit might be good, but as you can clearly see, one of them just fell there charging into Gondor infantry, which is not armoured up. I can't tell if it has an attack upgrade either. You can never tell if they have an attack upgrade. We've got some Pinthgown cavalry coming in, but these guys are not armoured up. The Artherdain Nobles should win that fight. But again, Mac cannot afford to risk his general, not at this early stage of the match. Now, is Dorwinion going to send in some troops? Okay, see if there's Numenor here. Yes, he is going to send in troops. We saw that Mac had some Artherdain Rangers up top there. These guys here in tight formation, we know the arrow shot's going to arc down here perfectly. So I am surprised he's not firing a few volleys here into Morris. Okay, they're moving up. Clem probably doesn't want to charge the attackers here. He gets onto the slope here, makes it easier for the archers and javelins to hit his defending forces. Clem knows where he wants to fight, but right now we've got the attackers trying to draw him out a little bit into an area that he wouldn't be comfortable in at all, and so hopefully he doesn't take the bait. Right now it's just a game of chicken. Let's head up top. Artherdain range is not activated yet. It's funny, a lot of attackers don't really suspect that the rangers are going to be up there. Half the time, to be honest, they're not. These Quindy bows here have got to move up a bit further. Now that arrow fire certainly does favour the defenders. It's good to hit multiple units. Mac is getting drawn out. Clem needs to tell him to pull back. Do not send up your swordsman, dude. You're going to get shot to death. He's going to send up his swordsman. And what's going to ensue, guys, is one of the two following scenarios. We're going to have the McQuindy bow shoot into the swordsman there, weaken them very fast. They're going to drop very quickly. The attackers there might pause, might try to encourage the defenders to send out more units so they can nail them. The Seafarers and Numenor here reloading. They're probably going to fire. Here they come. The swordsmen here are dropping very, very quickly. Windy bows here, struggling to get a shot. We've got the winning forces here surrounding the Rhudaur swordsman. Rhudaur swordsman down by 20. Down by almost another 20. This unit is not going to have a good kill to squad ratio. I'm not exactly sure who the McQuindy bows are firing at just now. They're trying to fire into the Half-Orc Spearguard and Dumb and Pikeman. This is actually pretty good here, I think, for the defenders. They shouldn't move forward, they shouldn't try and take the bait. The arrow fire is not the best here, and the Windy bows are wasting their ammunition. I'll tell you what though, what Mac might need to do here, or should do here, is bring up his Troll Short Axe Throwers and throw a couple of volleys into the Evelyn Vanguard of the Numenor cohort, even. All the Windy bows. The Windy bows is a good unit to take out as long as they have ammunition. Let's have the other side here and see if the attack has begun or not. Looks like it has. Looks like Rekt here. Send up his militia archers first, he did it right. Sending up your low tier units first is attracting a lot of enemy fire here. From the Corsair crossbowmen, no less. No, guys, this guy here has got to stop. Alright, we'll just call you guy so there's no confusion. I feel a little confused saying this guy because his name literally is this guy. Okay, we've got some... Is that... Yeah, it is doing shield guard, yeah. Belga pikemen, I don't know if they're fighting or not. It looks like they are. The shield guard though is getting ahead of them. The pikemen should be moving up with the shield guard. It would help them in their fight against Gondor. But Guy here is wasting valuable ammunition on a real crappy unit. I think it's a big win there, that moment for the attackers. Firing into the Mephinis Retune is a good idea, firing into the Raven Helms, Numenor Honor Guard, especially the Fountain Guard. That's the unit that the guy needs to watch out for with his crossbows. Taking out the Fountain Guard is very important to his own defense. It takes a lot of muscle out of Gondor's ability to break through his choke points. Of course, the Blackguards don't have the angle here to fire the javelins. He's better off waiting to use them on the slope here. So, you know, hiding them behind the hill here, where he has his best troops already, is a good idea. And then bring them down when needed. But of course, the Blackguards here trying to find a shot. We know units can fire through the building. I think that's what he's trying to do. We also know units can actually put themselves here in the courtyard. So if Guy is that determined to fire in his javelins, he probably should put his Corsair Blackguards here. We got Peridal Riders down there firing upwards. We got both sides here wasting a bit of ammunition. Now, it doesn't seem like Gondor is gaining any headway here. Both sides are sort of gripped in combat, neither side really giving an inch. Umbar looks pretty powerful. I'm not seeing really any movement. No matter how many Gondorian forces seem to be thrown at them right now, they don't seem to be phased by it at all. We can see a couple of troops there whittling their way into the centre, working their way into the centre. But this guy here's been stopped cold. He tried to get through twice. Both times he was stunned and then knocked down dead. Okay. Damn it. Alright, I hope Guy learns his lesson. Never use crossbows on a light tier unit, ever. It's a cardinal sin in Reforged. That ammo needs to be used on heavier troops. Fountain Guard, the Northern Honor Guard. All those kind of troops to watch out for. Elders the King, Godhelm N.U.R. Gwaithai Marindain, Gwaithai Artherdain. Gwaithai Artherdain, sorry. Not Artherdain, whoops. Evelyn Hammerguard. Think heavy infantry when it comes to using your crossbows. Or taking out enemy crossbow units as well, you know? With your archers and your crossbows, you should never really be thinking of killing your enemy. You should always always try to use your missile units to weaken your enemy and let your main infantry, your melee troops, do the work. Finish the job. You know? Your army's got to work together. Missile units can take out or go toe-to-toe with the other enemy's missile units. They can also weaken up the other enemy's melee troops, making it easier for your own melee troops to win that fight. Another big issue in Reforged is obviously the general. Players that are new to Reforged need to remember that the factions you've got to watch out for when it comes to losing your general are Rhudaur, Mordor, Angmar, Khan. Those are the weakest ones that come to mind. Those particular factions, when they lose their general, become very shaky, very unreliable. Orcs in Eastern Mountains is probably the worst defender when it comes to morale in general. Not just losing their general. Orcs in Eastern Mountains has probably the weakest morale out of any faction in my opinion. And losing their general makes them super shaky, super unreliable. And so try not to commit your general if you're Orcs in Eastern Mountains until you have to, I think, is the way to go there. Also make sure you bring troll drummers if you're Orcs in Eastern Mountains, so at least if you lose your general, your army will be able to stay in the fight just a little bit longer. It doesn't solve the problem, it doesn't really fix the problem, but it does help to a slight degree, and it's always better to have that slight edge, as it can spell victory or defeat for you in the heat of the moment. We're seeing some great fire here, taking out a ton of the seafarers of Ninemos. The Quinny bows here down to 24. They do have their bows out. It could be why we got the defenders firing on them. We've also got some snugger skirmishers here, full unit. Trollshire Axos here must be out of ammunition if they're already in the fight. The Artherdain marksmen being brought up. Where are the rangers? Oh, we do have Lurch Hunting Pack after all. I'm a bit disappointed I didn't notice them before. I wonder why I missed them. So the Artherdain Rangers have been told to stand down. Up here we've also got some Guards of Orthanc, which I didn't notice before. So Clem's planning long term here. He's got his best troops up here for the final fight. Now if it looks like the defenders have the edge, it's always a good idea to actually bring your troops down from the Citadel to try and win the fight in lower levels if you can. You shouldn't just assume you're going to always fall back to the Citadel. We've seen a few times that armies can actually hold the front line, hold the first level, and win the fight. So, you know, don't think you always just have to fall back. You don't always have to fall back. And if you do fall back too early, you can lose the battle because of that. Fighting your enemy on the first level of Bhur Sagarth is the defender's best opportunity to do some serious damage to the attackers, and will definitely spell the ending of how this battle is going to unfold. If the attackers break through too early, it usually means the defenders are going to lose. Okay, I've got some good snugger skirmish fire coming in, lots of it actually. Targeting the Artherdain pikemen, a great target. Couldn't ask it for better. Nice job, Clem. Yeah, this location is really good for defenders. The attackers can't really get a shot at them. This is probably one of the best positions to use javelins like this. We've got some seldom river patrol here from the attackers. They probably will be able to fire into the defending forces. Let's have a look. Yep. Etymos Tronda's though in shield wall formation. It does help. It is 16 to 18%. Snugger skirmishers here not firing, they're choosing to hold their ammunition for some reason. We got some evidence spearmen moving up. They're trying to increase their mass. You've got to wonder when Clem is going to start firing with his alerts pack. I mean, how big does he have to wait for this bob to get before he fires into him? Just quickly going over here. Parallel riders firing down below. Got a nice angle. I tell you what though, please tell me he withdrew his... Oh, come on. Joseph, why'd you do it, man? He's still not heading back to the battle. My camera skills today are not great. We've got some bad Isengard coming in. I almost wish I could just talk to Joseph in the battles and get your ass back here. You can't attack from up there. Yeah, well, you can attack from with archers, okay? But he's got melee troops up there which you cannot use at all. I think the attack here is in all sorts of strife. Rekt Phoenix cannot do this alone, and right now he's doing it alone, pretty much. We've got the bulk of the Amroth forces in an unusable position. Gondor's cavalry obviously cannot be used until they break through. I have wondered where the catapult is. No, Royal Guard. If they want to fire into the enemy, get up here on the hill, where the Cashmere's Rangers are. Cashmere's Rangers can be positioned up here. I think they can fire through that building. Pardon me. Well, there's the dreaded fountain guard, as we saw before. Joseph obviously putting in his civilians there, trying to act as a good meat shield here for the fountain guard, keep them in the fight. Try and protect them from missiles coming in. Gondor starting to fight their way through here. But this is where the Cashmere's Rangers could really come in and help. We have seen ranger units fire from the hill before, straight into the forces down below, and do some serious damage. Cashmere's Rangers need to step up here. Guy needs to position them up here. This is going to be his best chance to use them, I reckon, around this area. He might be trying to use them. Going up the hill, they're going down the hill, who knows where they're going.
Only half the enemy force remains.
He's still there. Okay, the Lance Pack is finally firing down on these guys. We got the catapult up there from Mac. What a strange place for a catapult. Strange, but obviously effective. But I reckon he's going to lose the catapult. That is a lot of javelin fire. Targeting the Dorwinion troll slayers, no less. I can't tell how many Dorwinion troll slayers survived. 56. That looks like crossbow fire. And it is. Ooh, friendly fire. Was that friendly fire? No, it wasn't friendly fire. I got that wrong. The attackers had some forces all the way up here. Nice hit. Numenor cohort is wavering. think I've seen a catapult brought up there before. Probably for good reason. Mac is probably going to lose this. Hopefully you can get you can use all his ammunition before that catapult goes over the edge. Sweet. Oh, friendly fire! Oh, large amount of friendly fire there. That's a lot of javelins coming in. Where's that from? I'm guessing it was from the seafarers of Nabest. Doing crossbows usually require a more direct line of sight when it comes to using their javelins. Crossbows arcing their shots in. They're turning back, pouring it in. Okay, doing our crossbows there, firing over the heads of the entire battle, straight into the Uruk-hai crossbows. Good shots here. Also taking out Uruk-hai infantry and the half-orc vanguard because they're getting in the way. 4 of the javelins also fired their ammunition. Saga skirmishers are here as well. Looks like we might have 2 units of them here. We've also got the Royal Legion of Artherdain right here. We've got also they're turning back, firing on them. Solid javelin fire there from the seafarers. Now Royal Legion will definitely lead the way. That's what they do. The Uruk-hai pikes forming just outside the battle. Probably need to move in a little bit quicker. It's looking like Clem might need to send down his Uruk-hai berserkers to take on the Royal Legion of Artherdain. They are big, heavy hitters. Crossbows are firing into them. He took a gamble to send in his Royal Legion so soon. And hopefully that works out well for him. Trolls short. No, that's Artherdain berserkers firing in. Saga skirmishers looks like they're taking a few beatings. Artherdain berserkers only have 2 or 3 volleys in them. Jeez, friendly fire was really bad there. One good hit on his own allies, one good hit on the enemy. Trying to even that out, I guess. That was a bit wild. Good shot. Straight on the attackers for the most part. Artherdain berserkers being sent up, trying to hold the right flank. Artherdain berserkers are a decent unit. And they're up against the Numenor cohort. Jeez. Being so close to the buildings messes up with the camera from time to time. More troops sending up from Clem. 47 to 46. Very tight. Another solid hit. Catapult got half and half there. Half enemy, half friendly. Isengard has got to be careful here when he's stacking up this defense. The attackers have pushed forward enough with their own crossbows, javelins, and potentially archers. They can fire into the massive blob of defending troops that Clem has stacked up here in his attempt to hold the enemy back. He needs to get his own archers positioned up here. We got crossbows up here. We got javelins coming in. I don't think Clem has enough missile support. Even though we've got the artillery up here, right now it's not firing, it could be out. We don't have any other archers nearby, no rangers nearby. Though Tuntipak could be out of ammunition as well. The Artherdain Rangers need to be up here. Up there, firing down. Okay, Clem is committing his Uruk-hai Berserkers. Gonna check the other side here. Looks like Rekt Phoenix is almost wrecked. He's definitely running out of troops. He must be desperate if he's sending in the Pinnath Cavalry. The Knights of the Silver Swan are back. And do we have any other troops coming in? Let's have a look. Any other troops down here? No, there's a broken forces there. Obviously I'm trying to see who's over here. They're gone! They're finally gone! He must be getting them back to the battle. Good for him. Unfortunately, Phoenix is almost dead, so it's a little bit late, but you know, better late than never, as they say. Joseph has learned a valuable lesson today. Hopefully he doesn't make the same mistake next time. Look, it would have been fine if he just sent his Imperial Riders that way, but the problem was he sent his melee troops that way as well. That's what I have a problem with. It's actually a smart idea to send up your archers or missile cav this way. They got a good angle on the defending troops. And I think the attack can afford to wait for the archers to march all the way back over around the canyon, around the mountains, back to over here to the city to fight, because you know, archers in melee combat don't really do that well, and so their presence wouldn't exactly be missed in melee. I don't think if it came down to the final few units that people would start to see archers as the most valuable unit left on the field. I know I have in the past. I think there was one time I had almost 3/4 units of Tier 10 marksmen in melee up against I think 4 or 5 Nazgul. He came right down to the wire, and I think the Nazgul beat on my forces, even though I seriously outnumbered them. But that was a moment when I heavily relied on my archers in melee. Most players, including myself, tend to use archers in melee, well, archers that run out of ammunition, as cannon fodder or a magnet to try and draw out enemy fire. Because we want our enemy to use their ammunition on this unit and not on our better units later on. Joseph making a mistake here. He's charging into Spearman. He's not going to get anywhere. This might look cool. You might even think he's winning. But his forces are getting slaughtered in reality. The strange thing is, I think Guy can afford to try and sneak one unit around this entire blob here, get it over here, run through the gap, and try to just harass the enemy. Like, even the Dumb Spearmen don't do too well to a heavy Lancer cav charge, even head on. Joseph's mistake here was just trying to attack Guy here head on and try and force his way through the ranks. This might work on Rome too, but this won't work here. I still remember bloody Ian Tarkos. or Ian HD as his name appears in my chat when I do a podcast. He once begged me to play him in Rome. Said, "Oh, you're going to beat me. You're going to destroy me." It was all just a bloody ruse to lure me in a false sense of security and confidence. He bloody wrecked me, embarrassed me on my live stream. And I got nothing good to say about myself. There was nothing I could do. I got totally caught off guard. It's my own fault. I should have seen it coming. But that's also a valuable lesson for you guys. If a player says he's bad, he's going to get killed. Sometimes he might be right, but from now on, always think he's lying. Okay? Always presume he's lying. If he says you're going to beat him easily, prepare for the worst, always. Do not make my mistake. Alright. Clem is doing everything he can to win the fight here and now. Almost practically by himself. I say practically because obviously Mac did use his catapult, which was vital to Clem's defense. Clem used his Lord's Honey Pack. I don't think Mac has used his Artherdain Rangers as of yet. Casimir's Rangers here appear to have used all their ammunition. I'm not sure when they used it, unfortunately. We've seen a couple of Rhudaur troops here, some Dunman Pikemen, Artherdain Berserkers. I don't think I've seen any other Artherdain units here. Oh, Reforged Javelins, I forgot about them. Etamor's Tronters as well. Yeah, sorry about that, Matt. It escaped me for a second because I saw that throwing the Javelins but I couldn't see them anymore. One unit might be dead. This unit here looks fresh. This is a full unit in fact, but it looks like they have used up all their Javelins. Max is keeping them in reserve for now. Nazgûl High. So every unit that Clem was saving he has now down here in the battle. It is 65 to 69. There's a lot of pikes here. And the capital went over the edge as predicted. Where are the Artherdain Rangers? I keep saying Artherdain Berserkers, but I mean Artherdain Rangers. I do think Clem is starting to hold back the enemy. Right now he's winning the fight. That's probably why we have reinforcements coming up. Quindi Glademasters. This was the unit I was trying to think of before, but I couldn't remember their name. Also, guys, if you are enjoying this replay, please remember to smash the like button. This does greatly help the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already, and tick that bell for notifications so you never miss out on the last battle as it drops. And leave your own thoughts about this battle in the comment section below. I do enjoy reading them. I'll make more of an effort to respond to them in the future as well, guys. I have been trying to work on that of late. If you also want to see a replay featured here on this channel, you can send them to my Discord ID, my email at scoutsentertainment@gmail.com, or you can post them to the Battle Replay sub-channel on my Discord server at Scouts Reconnaissance. Links to all those methods of contacting me are in the video description below. I've highlighted an area where they're in, so you'll never miss it. Always happy to feature a replay on my channel here, guys. I'm doing my best to accommodate everybody. We got, geez, Nabest is committing his general here. We got the Evelyn Hammerguard, my bad. So we've got the best of the best from both sides being brought up here to the battle. The Nazgûl High and the Berserkers faces off against the Evelyn Hammerguard and Quindi Glademasters. It's a tough battle. I'm actually leaning towards Dorwinion winning that fight there. You know, as I said that, literally, a soldier from both sides fell at the same time. One Hammerguard, one Berserker. There's Lord's Hunting Pack. 69 to 72. defenders here are in need of some support. There we go. I think the Artherdain Rangers are finally opened up. Or did he wait too long? I think he's maybe trying to target the Numenor Gate Guards. They're the unit I probably want to target, mainly because they're more centralised in one area compared to all the other units on this battle line, I reckon. That would enable the Artherdain Ranger fire to be more focused around that area and not so spread out. Defenders here still on the march. You've got some Caspian's Rangers in the distance here. The unit seems spread out. Alrighty. We got Robingoemiinne. I can't say that name. Robingoemiinne. What word is he trying to actually say in that? Well, half wondering what he means by that. But the Pharaohs and Swordmasters over here. Rekt Phoenix also made it through, so it looks like we had a guy here fall back. So Gondor's got to be feeling a little proud of himself for getting through. I mean, it cost him most of his army, if not all of it, but at least he lived to get through it. The Blackswan Renegades here, exhausted, no doubtedly exhausted. They marched a huge distance. These troops here, yeah, really tired. Got a few troops here. And this mouse, this scroll wheel is very sensitive. You know, you gotta make sure when you scroll up and scroll down, you take a finger off too soon, it'll just do a reflex scroll back. So I'll scroll up and then all of a sudden it'll go straight back down. Alright, I think now it's time for Mac to hold his fire here. It's not what this is body piercing ammunition, this isn't archers anymore. It made sense when he was firing before because the attackers were in a huge blob of troops. It made sense then. Right now it does make sense. Okay, I think Clem is pretty much out here. His entire army's been, I think, wiped out. And their Rangers here might be out of ammunition. Let's scroll up here and have a look. Trollster Axos have ammunition, that's important. Guy here also has ammo, vitally important. Okay, looks like Guy managed to just kill Gondor's general there. Okay, Artherdain Ranger still has ammunition. That's surprising. And he killed him with militia archers as well. Jeez, the Gondor general must have been on his last legs if the militia unit killed him. But hey, chalked that up as another win for Phoenix. I'm sure he's a little bit ticked at Amroth for taking his time to get his army into position. But you know, live and learn. Right now it's 75 to 76, so despite that, both teams here still have a very high shot of claiming victory. So you know, I won't rag on Amroth anymore. I half thought it was Mac General that died before. I didn't know the Gondor General was on horseback. But it looks like, guys, we are due in for a small cut here as the attackers have claimed the lower levels. They're going to go up to the second level, I think, relatively unimpeded. I'm not seeing any defending units in the area, aside from the Artherdain Nobles. So we will do a small cut here, guys, but if the Artherdain Nobles do attack on these levels, on this level, then we'll come back. See you soon. Well, we didn't have to wait too long. Artherdain Nobles are going to try and finish off Rekt Phoenix. The only reason Mac feels comfortable using his general like this is because it's up against a very weak unit. Although, to be fair, we did see Gondor's general fall. And the militia archers didn't kill him. Jeez, I got that horribly wrong. I don't know what killed him. Well, a minor embarrassment on my part. Sorry about that, Rekt Phoenix. I actually talked about you killing your own general there for about 2 minutes. Queen Glade Master's heading up without spear or pikeman support. Guys, You got to learn this lesson. I see this all the time. Players always send up heavy infantry, heavy melee infantry with no spear or pike support, with heavy lancers nearby, enemy heavy lancers nearby, and they always get wrecked. You do not want to sacrifice your best troops to heavy lancers. Charging into them might work in some cases, but most of the time it doesn't. And you cannot afford these losses. Not when they're such high profile. Alright, we're back. He tried to snap out the general. The Quindy Glademasters got in their way. The nobles didn't try and charge the Glademasters, instead they probably should have. Alright, we got Morris here firing his Numenor and steel bows right into the guy's forces. Being AP archers. Great target. Numenor and steel bows will tear these guys apart. Guy needs to bring up his Corsair crossmen. Try and wear down the Numenor and steel bows before they use all their ammunition. Guy can't afford this damage. But it looks like he's going to take it on the chin anyway, because he's not moving up his archers at all, or crossbows aren't firing. I'm seeing no retaliation to this. And they used up all their ammo. I suppose he's counting his blessings that the attackers don't have any more. Morris should probably be wishing he had more. Steelbows are on the front lines here, spearmen are back. It's probably the only reason. The nobles charged out in the first place. Edhelm men at arms moving up. Good target for the Artherdain nobles. Bit of a risk, considering their best forces are very close by. Okay, we wiped out about 30 of them. Alright guys, we're back, and Rekt Phoenix is not out of this battle yet. He's got some Gondor archers here. Rob here is firing his Artherdain marksman. They're trying to take down the Corsair crossbows. Down to 82. Artherdain marksmen have some range. Okay, Artherdain marksmen moved up, and we have some javelin fire coming in from the Corsair Blackguards. These guys were 103 before. They've lost 20 casualties. Down to 63 now. $60 is still a high number. We've got Harbingers Casimir standing by, fresh unit. 77th here to 81. Balance of power still in favour of the attackers. Despite all the enemy fight coming into these ranks, the defenders are still looking pretty healthy, all things considered. Alright, they're stacking the deck. I'm not seeing any big hitters here on the attacking side. I'm seeing a lot of low to mid-tier troops. They're trying to do a strength in numbers thing. They have committed some the Evelyn Hammerguard and McQuindy Glademasters. This is the muscle in the line. This will definitely, as you can already see, where the elites are is where they're pushing the furthest into the defending ranks, which makes perfect sense. But it does open them up to Corsair crossbow fire, to Corsair Blackguards as well. These guys here are pretty exposed. a fact that the defenders here need to exploit. We've got some troops here nearby that could be firing in, but they're just waiting for some reason. It's possible they can't. I half thought the Corsair backguards could fire into the Edhelm Men-at-Arms, or the second unit up here. Not this unit here, of course. I don't know what these guys can do, besides go after maybe the Pharazim Swordmasters. Yeah, they don't have a shot. Well, Blackwald's here from Mac, looking to stabilise the left flank. Artherdain Men-at-Arms packing the right flank. Warren to the north. They started firing? Not yet, I don't think. No, they haven't started firing yet. They probably need to wait for Harbingers of Casimir. The Harbingers of Casimir, I think, are coming down. This is a good opportunity to see the Wardens firing. Here they go. Yep, they're targeting right on cue. Nice job, Joseph. Picked him out, went straight for him. We took out 5 of them. Yeah, trying archy shots like that, not really going to pay off too much. He's better off waiting, saving his ammunition for later. Of course, their crossbows continue to be under a bit of pressure, but they're sticking around. What are they firing into now? Imperial Champions, okay. We've got more defending troops coming in as the attackers continue to mount their assault. Keep adding more men to the ranks. It's obviously times like this you wish you had a catapult nearby, but Mac is out of ammunition. We know the Artherdain Rangers too, guys. They've used up all their ammunition. They're right here in the fight, as you can see. Of course, their crossbows are getting hits. They are weakening the attack. The real question is, can the attack get through the defending forces before the crossbows weaken them enough that they just fall apart when they reach the battle line? Doing our peacekeepers line themselves up before going in, that was a mistake. Doing this enabled the Corsair backguards to get a good beat on them, and Rob paid the price. Okay, Narrow Sentinels down to 61. Back of Axegard. I think the Axegard, yeah, 36, okay. 83 to 87. Pharazim Swordmasters down to 43. Pretty much a full unit here. Harbingers down to 26. Obviously took some damage. Sentinels have got to move up a bit more. Try and give some more cover to the Harbingers of Casimir. That's a lot of javelins. You know, peacekeepers here have been absolutely hammered to the point of defeat. So we've got a unit of Blackwolds coming in. Trollshot Axos. Trying to firing or what? Okay, I think that's the last unit of Max Blackwolds. The Fantasy going for a big push. They're trying to move the momentum of this battle back in their favour. I think it's with them. They're making some good strides here in the centre. Numenor just lost their general. They also become very unreliable once they've lost their general. A bit shaky, but fortunately in Numenor's case, a lot of the units that he has left are his elite high tier units that have good morale. If not locked morale. Like, I never really see the Pharaohs of so much since a religion break, to be honest. If I do, it's very, very rare. I take that as a good sign, of course. Alright, so of course the Blackguard's obviously having ammunition. Alright. Guy just lost his general. My concern for him is his Balaga Pikes, obviously. Of course their Blackguards are hit and miss. A bit iffy. Sometimes they'll surprise you, other times they'll just collapse on you. Trollshot Axos. Well, they've obviously started firing. And Max bringing out the big guns. His Ritual Enslavers. $88 to $93. I was going to say, I was running around the background there, stopping in a position that really is not a good place for him. Even here is not a good place for him. If they go down the slope, the Warns in the north, oh no, they're out of ammunition, forget what I said. That's probably why Mac moved up the way he did. Knowing there was no missile threat there from Artherdain. Numenor continues to push that flank. It's getting razor thin. We got Max setting up another unit here, but it's reinforcing the centre, which is already looking very, very comfortable. I think there was another enemy general there to fall. Horns are sounding, men are dying. We got ammunition here, but for some reason Guy has marched his Corsair crossbows into the fight. That seems to be a horrible mistake. I'm not sure why he did that. When they hold their crossbows out, guys, they do have ammunition. And crossbow fire is way too valuable to be wasted. Same goes for javelins as well. Javelins can be very tricky to use at times. I'm not saying it's easy. When javelins perform well, they're like gods to you. Unfortunately, most of them perform badly, in which case they become very weak to you in your eyes. Obviously, the easiest way to keep them alive for the fight, the longest time, is to make sure your enemy does not have any maybe missile units in the area, has used up all their missiles already, so they can't fight back when you start firing in. or try to use them from cover. So you can throw javelins and axes from behind a building without throwing through a building into the enemy, and the enemy special units can't fire through that building to get to you. Okay, Max doing some rear charges here. Balance of power is in favour of the defenders. It seems like the defenders have committed, sorry, the attackers have committed everything here. Isengard trying to destroy the Artherdain nobles. Amroth is collapsing. He's the last player standing. Okay, targeting the wounds of the north. Okay, Fraz and the Swordmasters eventually succumbing. Been on the front lines for a very, very long time. Ones on the north here down to 8. Okay, attackers have just got to swarm this place. Throw blades at them from every angle. Easiest and fastest way to kill them. In game, of course, just in game. Alright, we've got all the players being defeated here. 94 and 99. Okay, so Amroth just lost a general, and Artherdain literally lost his general as the javelins peppered him to death. Okay, so Mac in the Wild there got 2,519. Clem here 1843, and this guy Fukz 2,831. Joseph Bayern 55 710. Rekt Phoenix 723. Robingoemiinne 1073. Nabest 1257, and Morris here 1028. Okay, kill counts here. Artherdain Nobles 188. Trollshire Axos range from 171. We got some Artherdain ranges here 226. No real surprise there. Catapult 444. Diamond Pikemen here range from 22 to 131. Blackboards here 104. Trollshire Axos again 155, and Artherdain Berserkers 177. Artherdain Berserkers 77, as I said, 177. Forodrim Javelins 183. Etomos Troll Hunters 120. Etomos Troll Hunters again 112. And Rhudaur Marksmen there 120. The rest of the units did average to good, I'd say. So, thank you to Mac for sending me the replay. Once again, guys, if you want to see random replays featured here on this channel, there are ways of contacting me in the video description below. I have highlighted that out for you. Hope to hear from you soon. This is Scouts of Entertainment signing off. Dismissed, my fellow Scouts. Catch you in the next Total War battle.